Boston Celtics came into Game 3 of the Summer League versus the Lakers winless, and they needed to do whatever it took to come out of here with a win. In the first half of this game, they looked absolutely terrible. However, in the second half, a couple of guys really turned it up, including second-round pick Jordan Walsh, who is looking to be one of the biggest steals of the draft at this point, turned it on, flipped the switch, and was completely legendary in terms of his efficiency, his defensive ability, and was just overall one of the major reasons, the X factor, why the Celtics came back from, behind, putting up 30 points in the third quarter and beating the Lakers in the fourth quarter as well to win this game 95-90. In this video, I'll be breaking down the potential breakout star that the Celtics potentially drafted in the second round in Jordan Walsh, what I've seen from him over the first few games of the Summer League, but most importantly, how I believe he can impact this Celtics roster, not only in the future, but next season. I think he could actually be an impactful player, and I'll tell you what he needs to do in order to do that. However, before we get into the video, do me a favor, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get the video up to 300 likes. As you guys can see, I'm a big Celtics fan. I stream almost every single Celtics game, including Summer League and the regular season. So when the regular season does start, make sure you guys join the family. I'm going to be streaming all the games, so make sure you guys come watch them with me. It's always a great time. Also, subscribe, join the family, try and post notifications so you're notified every time we go live for a game and every time we post a video. I will be covering the rest of the NBA offseason, which includes free agency, any trades that take place, the Celtics, and I also do NFL as well. So if you're a fan of either of those two sports, join the family. But without any further ado, let's get into the game. Okay, so now you guys can all see here, Jordan Walsh was the team leader in terms of points this game. He had 25 points on 10 of 20 shooting, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. He also had 1 steal as well. It was a +3 overall, which isn't too bad in a 5-point win. Now, the reason why Jordan Walsh was such a major X factor in this game was because in the first half, him and Delano Banton were absolutely terrible. I believe they were like 6 of 21 combined. And then Jordan Walsh flipped the switch. I don't know what happened in the second half, but he really started showing flashes of what he did in the first game. In the first game of the Summer League, Jordan Walsh looked amazing, and it looked like nobody could really stop him. Coming into the NBA, he was a guy who was, primarily a great defender, someone who can, run the fast break and be very athletic in terms of finishing around the rim. He has shown that. Don't get me wrong. He has been good at amazing defender. He had a great play yesterday, actually. I think versus Max Christie, where he got a steal and then went the other way and dished it off to I think one of his teammates, Justin Impagni. He got a wide open layup, but that was all because of Jordan Walsh turning over the ball or getting a steal and then running the fast break. But something that he's been doing really well is actually shooting the ball. Game 1, he was lights out from behind the arc, amazing. Game 2, he struggled. Game 3, he started out very bad from 3. I'm not gonna lie, it looked very, underwhelming at points in the first half. But then the second half, like I said, just switched, and he was amazing. I think he had 2 threes in a row. He had 4 straight made shots, including a pair of threes. It just felt good for him. It was just, everything was falling right. He was playing great defense. He was hustling. He was, making good passes, hitting shots like it was easy for him. And that was something coming into the NBA Summer League that I was very in question about. He was never a guy in college who could, consistently hit threes, but if he could develop that 3-point shot, this is a guy that can not only help us in the future, but help us now because he's 6'7", a very defensive-minded wing. But if he can, listen, he's young. He is so young. Once he finds that consistency from 3, this man will be on the floor a ton. And it will be an X factor, just like Grant Williams was a couple of years ago, getting us to the NBA Finals versus the Warriors. I feel like Jordan Walsh can be very similar to that in terms of being able to defend the 1 through 4 positions, maybe in the 5, depending on who the center is on the opposing team. But like I said, dude, if he can just develop a little bit, which he will, he is so young, he has great work ethic, he's hungry, and he wants to be a part of this winning culture here in Boston. And I think Brad Stevens made a perfect selection. I think this dude could be amazing. I mean, shooting 50% from the field. I mean, he took 20 shots. Delano Banton on the other side, as you can see, did not have a great game. I think this was his opening game, 3 of 19, 1 of 7 from 3. He just kept going. He just kept shooting, wasn't really falling. Hopefully that can turn up. Another guy I want to talk about, J.D. Davidson, man. J.D. Davidson, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. One of those blocks was a goaltending that didn't get called. But, you know, either way, J.D. Davidson is a dog, man. He's a dog. He doesn't really care too much about how many points he puts up. He doesn't care too much about what he has to do to win. But he will dive on the floor. He will get big-time blocks. He'll get big-time steals. He'll make great passes. A guy that you just want on your team. I think he's someone that, you know, Brad Stevens in the front office are looking to develop over the next couple of years. I do believe he just signed an extension, but I think it was a two-way extension, so he will be in Maine a little bit again this year. We'll see how he does in Maine, but this is someone who I'm starting to really like. I think he's got potential as a guard, kind of like that Marcus Smart role, who is going to be a dog. He's going to do whatever it takes defensively, but also offensively. He can pass the ball. He can finish at the rim a little bit, but he still has a ton to work on in his game. But overall, we've continued to see flashes over the last couple of days of Summer League, showing that he is someone that, you know, could be relied upon to be a great passer in this league. We'll see if he continues to develop. Now, one more guy I want to touch up or just talk about here is Jay Scrubb, man. 6 of 12 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. I think he was a former second-round pick back in 2020. Yeah, he was a 55th overall pick back in 2020. He finished this game with 18 points, shooting 50% from the field and over 50% from the three-point line as well. A guy who, you know, in the G League last season was 8th overall in points per game. A guy who's coming over here right now and really starting to turn it up, really starting to prove why he's such a good scorer. And this is someone who, you know, might not make the actual roster, but in terms of maybe signing a deal or two-way deal, I mean, potentially he could be a guy that signs a two-way deal. A very good scorer. He also had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Jay Scrubb's been good, man. He's probably been one of our most consistent scorers in the Summer League so far. But, man, Jordan Walsh, I do want to go back to Jordan Walsh, man. I am excited about Jordan Walsh. He is someone who I think has star potential in this league. Or if not star potential, at the very least, I think his floor is a star role player, if that makes any sense. I think he could play his role so well, and already is a rookie. I mean, I'm not sure how old he is, and maybe I can check right here. Now, let me click on his name. He's got to be very young, though. I'm excited, man. I am. I will be live for the next game on Friday. I don't really know who it's against, but I will be live streaming the game on Friday. Maybe the Magic. I'm not too sure. Maybe the Knicks, actually. I think it's the Knicks. That's 6:30. I will be live for that game if you guys want to come watch me, react to Jordan Walsh and see how he does together. But so far, if you can put together another good game where he puts up like 18 to 20 to whatever, 25, 30 points, that would be amazing if he could shoot efficiently. The one knock I do have on Jordan Walsh, though, is I want him to be able to put the ball on the floor. I want him to be able to dribble because he just doesn't look so confident with the ball on the floor right now, and he doesn't look confident, trying to pick and choose his spots. But I think that's something that he will start improving as the weeks go on, as the days go on, and as we get through summer, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, comment down how you feel about Jordan Walsh so far, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Pro Class, the absolute best place for you to take your game to the highest level. It's the first of its kind sports training and development platform where you can reach your highest potential by learning from some of the best athletes on the entire planet. Some of these guys include Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Allen Iverson, DeMar DeRozan, and so many more. And I have some great news to you guys. If you guys go use my code MattyDubs, you'll get 50% off hundreds of training videos, workouts, and drills, and you can get in the lab right now. So go check it out. Go steal some of the secrets from some of the top players in the world right now. And if you are interested in developing your skills at any level, if you play in middle school, high school, college, or if your goal is just to be a better athlete, a better basketball player, this is where you need to go. Nobody else does this. Go check them out, and you can learn, develop your skills at a fast pace, high speed level. Click the link in the description for instant access to all of the secrets in the world. And remember, using code MattyDubs will get you 50% off right now, so don't miss out on this offer.